You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
You know what it is. You know who it is. It's The Sizzle in the building. Hotter than ever. It's the hottest talk in the 219. You know who's in the building. J Sizzle's in the building. G Sizzle. And you know who we got on the line. Max Sizzle's in the building. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up? What's up, guys? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, Sizzle Nation? How y'all doing?
Oh, man, everybody's good, man. It's just hot in the wintertime. That's how we keep it sizzly around here. You know, my man Max Cedar on, boy. Ooh. Here come the fire. See how I threw all that in there? Flame, fire, sizzle. See how I tossed that in there? And I gave you that finger point early?
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Okay. That's what all the ladies say. There you go.
Okay. All right. So with that said, listen, we're at the door of history.
Yeah.
We're at the making of something that has not been done before. And we want to talk about it just for a moment to get some really clarity, tell people what's going on. But the question is, with just a few points away, LeBron James is within 36 points of passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the NBA's leading scorer. Is LeBron James the GOAT? That is the question. Is LeBron James the GOAT? If he's that close, Maxita, I'm going to start off with you. Max Sizzle, how do you see this whole thing playing out with LeBron James?
Well, like I was just telling you and Jay, we on the verge of seeing history in the making. I grew up reading about Kareem's elusive scoring record. I thought I wouldn't see it in my lifetime, but here we are on the verge about to see it from a guy that was a pass-first player first, but he's about to break Kareem's scoring record. What I think is not being talked about enough is he's about to pass Kareem in all-time scoring and about to one-up Magic Johnson in all-time assists.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's being talked about enough. Tonight, like G said, he's 36 points away. Me being a fan of the dramatic, he played a Bucks, I think, tomorrow. I don't think he's going to break it tonight. I think he's going to wait till the Lakers play the Bucks, Kareem first team against Kareem's last team to break his record.
See, there you
go. I think that's yeah. Talking about a basketball buff, a history buff. That's a dream scenario.
There you go. You and the hip hop conspiracy theories in the sports world. So you think you have this all planned out. You think that LeBron has actually thought this out when he's going to break the record.
Yeah. I think he's gonna plan to break it against the Bucks, the Lakers versus the Bucks. Kareem's first team against his last team. He breaks his record. He's only 36 away. Plus, it's also in LA.
Okay. All right. So, Jay, with that as a given, it's in LA. This is what they do. Are we saying at this point that LeBron is the greatest? Are we calling him the GOAT for not just to say it in fun, but to say it in reality? Is he really the GOAT?
Well, okay. There's two ways to define greatness. All right. Sometimes we define greatness in an explosion. Like that's the biggest explosion I've ever seen. That's the greatest explosion I've ever seen. Right? We show this little short burst of magnanimity. Is that a word? I can't know if I even said that right. Of just something just being massive, right? Mm-hmm. But then we also have another thing that greatness comes over a long period of time. And I think where LeBron outshines everybody in the NBA is his longevity. He came in the league, and by the time his third year in the league, he was the best player in the NBA. And he's been consistently in that top list all the way through. Now, we're talking two different eras of basketball. And so we take these two different players, and let's say that we reverse them, right? Mm-hmm. We put LeBron in the era where you're playing against the bad boys. We put LeBron in the era where people are taking you out of the air if you score too often, right? Would he still have this same type of scoring prowess in a league that wasn't designed for scores? Because we see now, and I've talked many times now, especially in the last year or so, that to win a basketball game in the NBA, you must score 120 points. Must. You have to score 120 or you're not going to win. Where's the defense? You can't play it now. You can't stop people from going across the lane. You can't cut anybody off. You can't put your hands on anybody. Remember the time when McDonald's would give everybody a free Big Mac if you scored over 100 points? Remember those days?
Yeah, I missed those Big Mac days.
McDonald's stock would plummet if that was in today's NBA. So, has LeBron benefited from that? Yes. Now, his greatness comes over his longevity. He has been able to produce year after year after year. But, however, we've seen LeBron not be his greatest when it came in playoff times. We've seen LeBron not being able to will teams to where they need to go, even though he had opportunity to handpick players that he wanted to play with him. Unlike Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan played with the cards that was dealt to him. He played with a Scottie Pippen. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, there would be no Scottie Pippen. Not at what we're talking about. You saw he loaded up only one time, and you saw him go get Dennis Rodman. And everybody was wondering how that was going to work because Dennis Rodman was a wild card. So we see greatness in two different areas. I'll give it to LeBron. He is the greatest physical athlete I've ever seen play the game. He can play big, small, quick, handle the ball. His jump shot is better every year. He commands the floor when he's on. He's one of the most dominating forces we've ever seen. But I guarantee you right now, if you're going to ask LeBron James, you ask him who was the greatest, he's going to hesitate because he know he really can't say himself. But if you ask Michael Jordan, without hesitation, the angels will cry out from the heavens that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
Wow. Did he say cry out from heaven? Maxie,
wow.
Maxie, I need some help here.
I hear what he's saying. I have to agree to disagree. Okay. And this is why they have asked Mike who was the greatest. Okay. And Mike has said that's kind of up to the people. Mike said, I'm not going to touch that because he said, I never had the opportunity to play against a Jerry West, a Elgin Baylor, a Wilt Chamberlain. So I wouldn't turn around and say I'm the greatest because people came before me. And to his credit, he's right somewhat. With LeBron though, LeBron in a 20-year span, each want to take, if we divide his years into fives, one player would be happy with one of his 5-year careers. Because with one of his 5-year careers, and he has 4, one of his 5-year careers, someone would be a Hall of Famer. In one of his 5-year careers, somebody will be a Hall of Famer because someone went to the finals, someone would have been an MVP, someone would have been an NBA first teamer. Someone would have been an NBA Hall of Famer in one of his section of his 5 years of playing. Also with Mike. Mike came into the league, and Mike had some of the most world-class basketball IQ minds that has ever graced basketball. Just simply coming out of North Carolina, Dean Smith was a world-class basketball IQ mind. When he was groomed for the Olympics in right before he went to the league in '84, he was groomed by Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight, if you overlook his antics, is a world-class basketball IQ mind. And then along with his years in Chicago, I wouldn't go as far as saying Doug Collins, but Doug Collins was a great coach. But Tex Winters is a world-class basketball IQ mind. Phil Jackson, I think I'll say Phil Jackson, even though he took Tex Winters with him wherever he went, was a world-class basketball IQ mind. So he had been critiqued by some of the world's greatest minds as far as this game called basketball. Coming out of high school, who was LeBron's world-class basketball IQ mind? His high school coach? Or was, like Big G said, the basketball savant that we have never seen before? And it's showing now. It's showing as we speak now. The guy has 38,000 some points, about to break Kareem. He has over 10,000 assists. He has over 10,000 rebounds. He's setting a precedent we have never seen before. Like you said, he's the finest basketball specimen we have ever seen. We're talking about a guy who's in year 20, still doing the things some guys that's in their first and second year can't do.
Right.
And then, you know, like you said, greatness doesn't always just come in the form of basketball. He's socially conscious. He's socially conscious. I think he's a great ambassador for the culture, for his people. I look at all that. I take in his entire body of work, and yeah, I'm not hesitating. He's the greatest of all time.
So I got 2 words for you, and I just want you to ponder these 2 words. Load management. Ponder those 2 words for me.
You know what? Load management is a choice that the players today have the option of having. So you only dealt the cards you're dealt. Mike, I've heard Mike say this. So, I want to perform. Mike said, I want to perform because this may be someone's first time ever seeing me play, and I don't want to disappoint them. I want to give them what they asked for. And that's a hell of a showman. That's a hell of a showman, and that's a hell of an attitude to have. Michael Jackson had it. That's another great MJ.
Go.
Michael Jordan had it. So I get it. He didn't. But like I said, you're dealt the cards. You play with the cards you're dealt.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. So, can I jump in on that one? You play with the cards you're dealt, right? So we saw a young Michael Jordan come to the Chicago Bulls, and the Chicago Bulls were not that really good of a basketball team. Can we say that? Can we say that Michael Jordan's Bulls struggled early on in his career, and he was almost like a one-man band? Can we say that, right? But eventually, Michael Jordan was able to bring this team around. He was able in practice to get the guys to go that extra 10% that they needed, right? But we see a young LeBron James come with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and wait a minute. Did he not have eventually one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game playing with him at that point in time? A young
Who would that be?
Kyrie. Wasn't there a young Kyrie playing there?
Oh, that I thought you was talking about at the beginning of his career.
No, I'm just talking. Was a young Kyrie playing there when LeBron James was there through his first stint?
No, he wasn't there when LeBron first got there.
No, I didn't say when he first got there. I said, was he there during LeBron's first stint there? Was Kyrie Irving there?
The first stint in Cleveland? No, his first stint in Cleveland.
So he was only there. He was only there when LeBron came back.
No, I'm saying his first stint in Cleveland was 2003. Kyrie wasn't there yet.
When did Kyrie get there?
He got there, I want to say 2008, 2009.
So was LeBron?
No.
Had LeBron left yet and went to Miami yet?
Miami. He went to Miami, sure.
No, I'm asking you, did LeBron and Kyrie play at the same time in Cleveland?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and was that before LeBron went to Miami?
No, he went to Miami first, then he came back and Kyrie was there.
Okay. Yeah, because Kyrie didn't get drafted until 2011. He was the first overall pick.
So when did LeBron go to Miami?
Was he 11? I think he went to Miami because he played in the finals in 11. With Miami, they played Dallas.
LeBron James went there, and let's see, LeBron James.
Well, here's the thing: do you remember when Kyrie used to get worked out by the Bulls? Like, everybody goes on still about Kyrie, but Derrick Rose used to work the Cavaliers.
Oh yeah, with Derrick Rose.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Big shout outs to D Rose. Pre knee injury, D Rose was a problem.
For everybody.
A problem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd never seen a kid that veterans were scared of. Like everybody was afraid of him.
Well, they knew he was coming. You know what I'm saying? They knew he was coming. The whole issue is that when you have that type of talent, that talent that's transcended, like we know that LeBron James had. They knew LeBron James was the truth from the time he was in high school.
You know what? Let me ask this real quick question. Okay, so LeBron James leaves Cleveland, right? In 2010, he leaves. He's out of there. How in the Fushnikins did the Cleveland Cavaliers get Kyrie Irving as the first pick? How did they get the first pick in the draft that next year?
Everybody won't touch that with G. If somebody know that, if somebody know the real answer to that, somebody might have to get took out. So I'm gonna leave.
You're gonna leave it alone.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, all right, so LeBron left. I don't even remember how long was he in Miami. 4 years or
LeBron?
He left in the summer of 2014, right?
Yeah, but he was there for. He won 2 finals, lost 2 finals.
Okay.
He was there for. Yeah.
So LeBron was in Miami for 4 years while Kyrie was getting his thing together. And then LeBron looked back and said, I can go back to Cleveland and get this thing popping.
So stop. Now you're getting to my point. You have just made my point. I knew you just made my point. That's the point I was driving at. LeBron had to leave to go find help. Every place he went with somebody there that could help him win. Michael Jordan built his team.
Well,
hold it. Right? He didn't leave when it got tough. He didn't leave. He built that team. LeBron went to go to the big three, the original big three. LeBron is the reason why the NBA is the way it is today, right now. Why? Because yes, because was he not a preeminent to the big three? The first real big three that got together?
Well, you being a basketball head, I'm kind of shocked that you would say that.
Well, he
if
wasn't in that.
if
He
we're,
wasn't in that original group. That original two or
I
three big threes
mean,
that got together.
I don't think he has started the big three era. I really don't.
Who would you say that was? Who would you say that was?
Well, you were around, but I recall a Mark Aguirre joining of Isaiah Thomas and a Joe Dumars.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
That was a big three. It was a big three. We just didn't call it a big three at the time.
We'll give
but
you
it was a big three.
You got me. I'll bow down to you. You got me on that one. But you know what I'm saying.
Am I speaking the gospel?
You know what I'm saying, though, right? You know what I'm saying, though, right?
It was a big three, but so we can't be quick to jump and say LeBron started the whole big
I'm
three
getting ready to
era.
rest my case. I'm getting ready to rest my case. I just want to let you know. I'm getting ready to send this to the jury. I just want you to understand what I'm saying. All right.
I'm just saying that
LeBron had to go find help. Everywhere he went, he had to go find help, didn't he?
Well. My thing is this.
Okay, here we go. My thing.
LeBron came in an era where players didn't mind playing with each other. Mike then played in an era where they weren't going to go and leave. Well, Charles Barkley did it, but that's neither here nor there. But Mike then played in an era.
Charles Barkley. Now Charles Barkley was nasty there for a couple of years. But go ahead.
Yeah, he went joining stars to try to win a ring. We can't sit up there and say LeBron started it either with that situation either.
Okay.
But you said that about LeBron, but we can also say fairly, LeBron won a ring everywhere he went.
Oh, has he?
Every franchise I went to, I brought you home the hardware.
So we're going to blame the Wizards. The Wizards didn't win one. We're going to hold that against Jordan.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna say this. Okay. Me, you, and Mike don't want to remember the Wizard years.
Oh,
how
absolutely.
About that?
And I'll give you that 100%. Michael was a shell of himself. He should have never went there. Absolutely should have never went there.
But we do. Greatness allows us to do what we want to do, and that was the case with Mike.
But if Michael could have went to one of these teams that was loaded, then he could have went around there and handpicked who he wanted to come play with him. Because guys were like, hey, come on over here, play with me. Look at the Lakers. Come on down. Everybody, come on down. All my friends.
You know what? That's an amazing statement, though. Maxito, if wow, greatness allows you to do what? Do what you want to do.
Greatness allows you to do what you want to do.
And that's why he's the greatest.
Guess what?
That's why he's the greatest of all time.
Who's going to question greatness?
And that's why he's the greatest of all time.
Hold on. Greatness is allowing LeBron James to do what he wants to do also.
Never said he wasn't great. Never said he wasn't great. I think, here's the thing about LeBron. Let's ask this question. Let me ask you this quick question right quick. Say he was not going to hold the scoring title. Say that he not. How many MVPs did LeBron have? I need to look that up. I'm asking questions I don't know, right? Is it 4?
4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. And how many years did he play?
He's in year 20.
Okay, so
20 years.
20 years. So one fifth of the time he was the best basketball player in the league. Is that right?
I'm sorry, you said what?
1/5 of the time he was the best basketball player in the league. That's
He's been the best basketball player.
That's what the MVP stands for. Most valuable player.
He's been the best. He's been considered the best basketball player in the league his whole career until like the last 2 or 3 years of his career.
Okay, so but he only won 4 MVPs, right?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, Jay, and you're a firm believer of this, and you have seen this before. Let's not act like we never seen this before. It's called voters fatigue. Mike went through it. When they gave it to Karl Malone, when they gave it to Charles Barkley, when they gave it to Elijah Wan. It's called voters fatigue.
I'm sorry, Jordan won.
Go back and look at him. Go back.
Jordan won 5 MVPs.
Hold on. He won 5, but he could have won more. That's what I'm saying.
But he won 5, though.
What's called? If you go back and look at LeBron numbers, when Derrick Rose won MVP, Derrick Rose numbers weren't better than LeBron. It's called voters fatigue.
You know, I think we talked about this yesterday when we were talking. The one thing they're like, okay, so I have 2 oughts against LeBron James, and we're going to talk about that shortly. But one of the things, the biggest snub of LeBron James had to be that Andre Iguodala was.
Why you bring that up, man? That's wrong.
Out of all, I mean, I'm just.
That was wrong.
If Maxida has a point and it has to be solidified.
Preach, brother. Preach, brother.
The thing that we do know that if greatness has to do what it has to do, then what kind of greatness is Andre Iguodala to have won a finals MVP? Are you serious? Andre Iguodala.
Hey, when you're on that team.
Oh, my God.
For holding somebody to 36 points a game?
36. Just 36. And, you know, we said it yesterday.
That's greatness.
Just 36.
I mean, it probably got him that because, I mean, if he hadn't, he probably would have, averaged 40, maybe 46 a game. So, you know, I don't know what Andre Iguodala, you know, the things that have gone on. But here's the thing. There are 2 things about LeBron that I have an issue with. And, gentlemen, you can help me solve this.
Okay.
Number 1, I am not a fan of the bubble championship. I think that because of some things that happened to Jimmy Butler with certain reporters and certain foods and certain things in the bubble, I don't think he had his legs fully up under him. And number 2, LeBron James loses greatness when you become the executive producer of a new movie that is a remake of a classic House Party. And if you have to watch this terribleness, at no point in life can I now say he is the unanimous GOAT when he wasn't even the best Space Jam GOAT.
Can we ask a question? Can we ask one question?
He's talking about a gut punch, G. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah. I was about to say who's the greatest 23 there? The person who wore it or the person who wore it because somebody else wore it that they idolized?
Oh my God. Here we go.
Wow.
I mean, this is getting really.
He will number 6 too, but
I wish that he was me. Must be the shoes, Mike.
Oh wow.
Like Mike.
Wow.
I wanna be like.
Must be the shoes.
I mean, we can say that, but
what brand of shoes does LeBron James wear?
LeBron James.
Before that,
Mike. He wants to be like Mike.
I'm pretty sure he was with the masses and rocked a few pair of J's.
Here's the thing. Does LeBron James have a song? Is there a song? I know that there's a meme and there's like, you know, Jordan is so great. He's had great memes and then he's had the the crying Jordan meme. It's still used. And every week, somebody's going to send you a version of the crying Jordan meme. I don't know how it sneaks in, but every week you're like, dude, this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But I don't know. Is there a LeBron James song?
I don't think it's a LeBron James song, but I can clearly say LeBron James is the NBA's version of Thanos.
Oh, I knew you were gonna bring that back. I knew you were gonna slide that back.
I can seriously, legitimately say LeBron James is the NBA's version of Thanos.
Wow.
Hey, Maxida.
When people was like, we have to. They got beyond what people was gonna say and said, we have to. We have to fight together.
Hey,
We got to.
Maxita.
I'm
Have you watched that Michael Jordan greatest tape that's been going around and a lot of LeBron fans have been watching? And
you're talking about the 2-3-23 day?
I think it was. I think they put the compilation together, like from him from being he first got into the league and then went on through the championships. It's been all over YouTube. You see a lot of LeBron. I call them LeBroners. You see a lot of the LeBroners on there watching. LeBron's the greatest thing ever, but a lot of them haven't really seen pure Jordan early on. Jordan when Jordan was unstoppable.
We talking about hair, little chain.
Yeah,
Jordan.
Yeah, we talking about that Jordan.
Hey! I wasn't blind. I wasn't blind. I came up in that era. I remember that, Mike. I do.
We're talking about that Jordan. I mean, a lot of times we still see Jordan as bald head, getting a little punchy Jordan. Like we don't really remember Jordan when Jordan was Jordan. I mean, when he was unstoppable back in the day.
Wait. Didn't Jordan, while he was with the Wizards, didn't he come back and do a revenge tour against the Bulls? For 2 seasons, back to back, 4 games.
Everybody that played for the Bulls and came back did the Bulls dirty.
Yeah.
Jamal Crawford. Everybody that played for the Bulls put it on the Bulls.
Yeah. Ron Artest body slam people.
Yeah. When you come back and play Chicago be people's version of Madison Square Garden. Oh, I'm gonna give it to them.
Oh my goodness!
They was coming on putting their Chicago Bulls jockstrap on, talking about, here, take this. I'm coming in here to give it to you.
Right. I think Jabari Parker put up some numbers against him. He was on the bench. He had been injured. Man. He was like,
Candace Parker could come through there and put up some. She just left Chicago. She might come back.
You are a terrible person, and there's no right in you. But listen, man, I know we're getting ready to wrap up. But listen, there are 2 things. Number one, to be great, you've got to have a song. You have to have a theme song. Every hero or supervillain has to have a theme song. Like Michael Jordan has his song. There's a Halle Berry song. First of all, until we can say that LeBron is great, we got to get him a song. That's number one.
Okay.
And number two, with all jokes aside, man, mad props to LeBron James and an extended career of what he's been able to do. LeBron James is still one of the hottest fantasy pickups that you can get in the NBA. You don't get anybody who's more durable, who comes in, does his work, goes to work. And what he's done in 20 years, I think is a greatest testament to the will he has and the strength. And maybe being the second best player to Michael Jordan.
I will say this. LeBron is a quintessential this era player. Because he spent the money on his body. He did everything that he needed to do to keep himself ready to play. And really, you see LeBron without hardly any scandals. And we know Michael Jordan had a few. We looked at the one, said even his father might have been killed because of some of his gambling debts, whatever the situation was. We knew Jordan had plenty of flaws. Right. And you see LeBron James, who's pretty much for the most part, as Maxita said, as much as he's been out in the forefront concerning certain issues, that LeBron James really has not had any major scandals. And I would say that building to character-wise, I think LeBron is a great role model for all young men out there because LeBron James has stood up when Michael Jordan did not. There was a number of times Michael Jordan should have got involved in things that he did not. And I will give that to LeBron 100%. That he involved himself into a lot of situations that Jordan would have stayed completely clear from. So I will give LeBron that on the social conscience issue. That and overall, LeBron is probably nobody's going to match LeBron again. This is, it ain't going to happen. This longevity. Would you want to see? Was he 6'9"? A 6'9" LeBron? Who's got a 40-inch vertical coming at you like that? Just whenever he feels like it. I mean, you know, it's just he's one of these great. He lived up to the hype. You know, when he first came out of high school, he was the GOAT coming out to high school. Greatest of he was already ranked. He was going to be the best player ever, and you saw that happen. And he's one of the few people I've ever remembered who came out with that much hype and lived up to it for all those years, and he never crumbled.
Surpassed it.
Yeah,
he surpassed his hype.
And he never crumbled, and he made his money, and he kept his head. You know, and because if that had been me, what? You know, but but you know, I give it to him. He's been a great role model all the way through, and you know, we're splitting hairs on who is the greatest of all time. You know, this is just old man with no hair anymore. Still want to hold on because you know, but LeBron needs to let his hair go too. So I don't know when he gonna start getting. He should come on over here and stop wearing his headband right here. His headband stop right there. He said he can stop doing that.
That is unnecessary.
Just like that man is holding on to his greatness, let him hold on to his hair.
Oh, hey, you know what? I was gonna say that I'll give you the last word, but I think that was the last word right there, brother. Wow. But hey, I will. Man. I don't know, man. Here's my thing. LeBron has yet to have really a great shoe. So until you have all the trifectas, like, have any of us just said we're going to go out and get a LeBron shoe?
The only person that's really had a great shoe after LeBron, I want to say, and I'm saying this, you know, tongue in cheek a little bit, is Curry.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Who else has a better shoe?
Kyrie Irving.
So people are running around with the Irvings on? Haven't heard that.
Well, they were
haven't heard that.
Wait, until Zion ripped out of one. Zion was like, "Ah!"
Because he turned green. Yeah.
Hey Jay, I got one more thing to say about LeBron's greatness.
Oh, here we go.
Michael Jordan never got B.J. Armstrong $35 million.
Oh,
dropped it.
LeBron James got Matthew Dellavedova $35 million.
And that seals the deal on that. You're exactly right.
Well, you know what, gentlemen? You know what that calls for? That's it. It's over. It's done.
That went quick.
Yeah, bro. It had to go quick because if you tell me somebody got Matthew Dellavedova a max contract, it is Matthew Dellavedova, not Matthew Dellavedova. Bro.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah. Seriously, bro.
LeBron has pulled together some teams over there, man. He's got some people paid, you know.
He got a lot of people paid. He got a lot of people paid.
He got J.R. Reed back in school. He got him back in school.
Yeah, he got people got paid around LeBron James. Nobody got paid around Jordan.
No, because Michael's like this. They not paying me. So why would I tell them to pay y'all?
Right.
Absolutely. You know, and Michael didn't even tell Scotty to take that bad contract. It was like the Bulls
right. It was the owner. The owner said,
don't sign
it.
Don't do that. Don't sign it.
Do it. And I guess we can't even talk about what else happened to Scotty, but you know.
Oh God.
Well, you know.
What happened? Well, maybe not to the best of them. It happens though.
Big shout outs to Marcus.
No. You know what?
Big shout outs to Marcus from saying nephew from calling him nephew Marcus to daddy Marcus. Big shouts out to Marcus.
Oh